Hello, everyone. We are live here at Iowa Speedway.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. For the first race of Top Tier Racing Series, presented by H&W Electric. Well, qualifying underway right now. I'm alongside Aaron Brown for tonight's race.
Welcome everyone to Iowa Speedway, home of the corn fields, I guess. That's what you say. But drivers are qualifying right now. We got a couple cars on the racetrack. That's our first time on the board. Jeremy Gill, 23.979. First time on the board. Probably a first lap, so throwaway lap on your first. Go high on the top of the track. That's normally what the way to do it here. Go high in 3 and 4, come to start your lap, and then drive it into 1 and 2.
So now we're seeing one driver spun around our leader, Kenny Cucco around, as he only sets his one lap, so one of those laps will not count.
As currently right now, Kuko on the top of the board, 23.793. As we do have static weather, so we will not, the track conditions will not change. Well, we will have rubber laid down on the track, which we had a good bit laid down from practice, and we already had 33% on the top already. As Schuler goes to the top, 23.702, as that will be his second lap.
Wheeler drivers on right now. Pretty quiet racetrack though for now. As I don't see anyone on the racetrack.
Oh, Greenmine just sets a lap, 24.436, and Weissman goes to the top, 23.643. As Weissman, that was a first lapper, so look, he's got great speed, and he topped the board in practice with a 23.610. So backing that speed up here in qualifying, as he doesn't improves with a second lap to a 4.93, as a hard wreck. So we're waiting out the end of qualifying here. Brady Floyd just getting into the session. I don't know if I'll have time for the set lap. Bryn George Ledesma, and J.D. Van Kirk, 3-4 yet to set a lap time. They have all pressed ready to the race, actually. So Brady Floyd, the only one yet to not take the track. So really waiting out the end of qualifying here.
Yeah, no drivers on the racetrack right now. Went left. Don't know if anyone will be able to net a new lap. As 40 seconds are winding down. No one on the racetrack right now. And with 40 seconds left, I don't think anyone will be able to set a new lap. And 2 tenths clear the field. Michael Wiseman. Very good result for him right now.
Now that's going to be very important if there is a lap 1 wreck, which hoping we're not. We have 175 laps here tonight at Iowa, or an hour and 35 minutes. So we do have, might possibly be a time constraint on some if we get a lot of cautions, but hopefully we'll have a nice clean race. Now I do expect the top to come in here. This track is very I like this track because really you want to save them tires. You want to use the bottom a little bit, save them tires, but also the top on both corners will come come in very late in the run. As if you can make that top work, and you're gonna want to do the passes on the outside lane. But that will hurt your tires, but also there is really big bumps on the outside in 1 and 2, so you really don't want to get too far up or you're going to hit those bumps and go up into the outside wall. I've seen that happen a lot, and if you hit the wall, could possibly be race ender if you get wheel damage, and that will really hurt your tire wear throughout the rest of the race. Now I do have 5 tire sets, 4 in the box here tonight. 80% fuel, so I'm believing fuel will probably be around 60, 65 laps, maybe 50. I'm unsure. Actually, no, probably like 80. I'm not. I do not have a fuel count.
Yeah, Iowa. I don't know if it burns a lot of fuel. Well, they'll at least put once. I don't know that. Maybe
no,
twice.
definitely. Yeah,
maybe twice.
Maybe they'll probably might be a 2-stop race.
Maybe just
there
for
is a
tires
question
even,
if the fall off is pretty bad, which it might not be. 77-degree track temp could be. It won't be that hard on the I don't think it'll be that harsh on the tires. But the fall off could be bad. If it keeps falling off, a 2-stop might work if it's only a 1-stop race on fuel. 2-stop could possibly work if you have the speed.
So now we're still green up here, right? At this moment. Looking like we have mostly everyone on the track, and yes, we do. And like Aaron said, 175 laps here, and let's take a quick look at your starting grid. On pole position by 0.2 of a second is Michael Wiseman. Outside of him is Randy Schuyler. And in third place is Kenny Kucko and Joshua King in fourth. And rounding out your top 5 is Jim Thorndike. In that 5th place.
So you're the pace car gonna pull off? Oh, never mind. Sorry, pace lights are off. At least what I've seen.
I think it is 2 laps.
We do have an extra pace lap here. So 2 green. We're coming on 1 lap to green. Pace car lights will go off if they weren't already off with the iRacing pace laps.
Yep. So 18 drivers, all grid up, 174 laps. We'll see how it goes here at Iowa, Newton, Iowa. In about east of Des Moines. Let's take a quick look at your weather before today's race. We saw Aaron was talking about before. 77-degree track temp, 72 degrees overall. A little cloudy and little winds from the north direction. And time for the time is going to stay at 3:41 p.m. Central Time for May 15th. The whole session time will not change at all. So this is exactly how the track temp might rise due to dynamic tire and track and heating into the track, but it will not rise due to sun. So here we go. Pace car is off.
Green flag, and we're underway here at Iowa. That's Weissman will lead him in the 1, go all the way up to the outside wall. As a single file out for the top 3 as we got a battle for 4th now. Chain's going to close the door on Thorndike though.
King to the inside. He's up to 3rd now. Good start for Joshua King already, up to P3. Lap 1 in the books.
Seems like Schuler, he's falling back a little bit. Can't find the pace. That's okay, maybe saving his tires. Tires are going to definitely come into the run. You can't just go flat out and run these tires. So you got battle as believe Justin Wadle, sorry. 5th, looking on the outside of 4 car of Jeremy Gill. As they're gonna single file out. Still a battle behind them for Marty White and Randy Schuler.
Yeah, side by side for 7th place and 9th place behind them. Jake Raven on the top side. Clears Jacob Turner on the inside right there.
Gill looks back to the inside of Waddle. Well, on the top side. able to hold off Gil. It's going to be really hard to pass on the bottom. If you want to get the pass done on the bottom, most likely you got to fool the slider. It's really a tough move to do, and it's also very easy crossover.
Still almost outside for fourth. Thorndike clears him off the top. Most single file throughout the top 4 and 5, but mid-pack really big battles here. Jake Raven battling Marty White for 8th place right there. As people are kind of settling in, single filing out throughout the field right now. Right now, Michael Wiseman has about a 2/10 gap on Kenny Kuko. As Kuko is gaining a little bit, he's closing in on our race leader and our pole sitter.
Now Kuko, he's running higher and getting an arc off the corner. Now that could hurt your tires, but if you do it the right way, it's really benefiting in these cars. You can keep the wheels straight off the corner, stop the rear from sliding. It's really good. You can find speed there. Kuko using that line, it seems to be working a little bit. Wiseman, he's still running the top, trying to fend off any possible attacks from Kuko. Kuko running the bottom, trying to save his tires there. As Thorndike trying to get around Waddle still. Thorndike way up the racetrack in 3 and 4 there. Single file through the whole field so far. Oh, as soon as I said that, Brady Floyd looking at the outside of Jacob Turner for 10th. Floyd's gonna go around the outside. He's got the outside lane of the 1 and 2 here. He's gonna be able to clear him off too. Floyd started in the back. Couldn't set that qualifying lap that he wanted to. He's trying to cut his way through the field here. Officer Ford is already on the outside of Marty White for 9th. As White's still going to fight the bottom, but he's just going to let him go. Floyd's going to get by him. As he seems to be, Brady seems to be the one moving up through the field so far.
Brady Floyd, he had no practice. I think he joined the session late. Didn't set qualifying lap either, so he's making his way through the field right now.
As Turner's still fighting with Wright now. Turner fighting with Wright now for 10. Turner the outside of Marty White. Turner using that outside lane to his advantage. Oh, but White's gonna get way up the racetrack. Contact!
They keep it clean, so now here comes Drafty Beat on the outside of Marty White right now. Marty White falling back on the inside lane. Kind of see the outside lane as a preferred passing lane right now. Go back up to our race leader, Michael Wiseman. He's pulled away from our second place driver, Kenny Kuko. But right now, kind of just following in a little bit here now. As
Brady Floyd gets by Randy Schuler for 8. As he seems like just me, caution is out.
Kenny Kuko just blinked out of my screen. I don't know if he through put or not. He might have through put, as I don't see any.
He dropping through the running order right now.
I think he through put. I'm not sure what the caution was for, but I'm not sure him blinking out might have been the cause of that one. Because I'm not sure.
I believe no. Van Kirk was the JD Van Kirk. He had a meatball.
Let's take a look at that. Yeah, he was
It was
wrecked on the back
inside,
stretch.
I
Oh, hard hitting the
believe.
inside wall.
Oh yeah, inside of Marty White. Marty White really low on the straightaway. Got loose and hit Van Kirk down in hard into the inside wall.
Yeah, completely destroyed that 6 machine.
That's gonna be. Oh, actually, that will not be nice. Over these drivers do have one fast repair, but he did blow the engine, so he's going to be laps down. He's gonna have to tow. So, but they do have one fast repair tonight. So, but now, what strategy will that be? You have 4 extra sets, only 17 laps into the race here. Only 16 laps into the race here. Well, 17 laps into the race here. Do you take a set?
Yeah, I do have 4 tire sets, I believe, in this race, so we'll see how that plays out. 17 laps, I do think the fall off would be enough to take a tire set here. Just early in the race, no reason to push it too much, but pit lane is still not open. No, it's open this time, actually, so here comes
Wiseman's
leader. He looks like one of the only drivers on pit lane.
So
wow.
On Joshua King there, he's in second. I'm looking at his lap times. He only fell off about half a second in that run. So I don't think it would be worth it with the limited tire sets we have here. Probably a little bit too early if you get another caution, about 15 laps. And Wiseman, if you stay out, then you're at a disadvantage there because you have the lower tires. But if you take another set, you also have less sets if it comes down to a late race caution and you don't have enough sets. As Kuko, yeah, he did drop out of the session, so internet not working so well for him tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
He was running really good, running in second.
He might be able to rejoin, get some laps back, but not sure exactly. But JD Van Kirk, he's still in the session. He's revving up his engine. I think he's about to get ready to go here pretty soon. He's gonna go about 4 laps down though. As you can see right there, fix his car, and he should be able to go. And he might only be 3 laps down if he can get out quickly. Looks like he's taking tires.
He did not uncheck his tires, so he's gonna go a third lap down.
He could have definitely made it out before the field if he had his tires unchecked. So that's unfortunate for him.
Marty White also disconnected from after that incident, so he's also gonna be out of this race. It seems like Kuko's yet to rejoin.
Be interesting to see what Michael Wiseman will do from the pole position. He's right now down in 13th or 14th place right now. He's got to make his way through his field with still plenty laps to go in this race. So he has plenty of time to do it. 13 cars ahead of him. See what he can do here. As we are going green this time.
On the green is Joshua King and Justin Waddle will lead them to the green. And Jeremy Gill, Jake Raven, Lee Floyd will round up the top 5. Now Floyd, he's started from the back. He's working his way up through the field. His pace there at the end was looking pretty quick. Towards the end of that run, he was a little bit. I think he was about even pace with the leader of Wiseman. So it'll be interesting to see how he's going to work his way through the field here. As the pace car will take the hard left turn on the pit road. And green flag is back out. We're back underway here at Iowa.
Joshua King leads us to the green. And side by side through the whole field. As the leader goes single file through turn 1. Side by side, some drivers on the very top side, some in the middle, some in the very bottom. Very multi-groove here.
Wild. He's going to go to the outside of King. Now this is going to be really tough for King to hold off. Will he just let Waddle go? Try not to burn up his tires. Especially on the bottom, you got to really, gotta compromise your exit so you can give the guy on the outside enough room. Waddle's still on the outside of King. Side by side on the back straightaway. King's gonna get a little loose on the bottom. He's gonna hold on to it, but he's gonna fall right into the second and give Waddle the race lead. As Brady Floyd moved to the third while that battle was going on.
Beside him, one car on the wall. That's Jacob Turner, I believe, maybe. Oh no, Jeremy Gills.
No, that was Jeremy Gill.
Jeremy Gill into the outside
Jeremy Gill on the wall, and now he's side by side with Brent George.
As the battle for the race lead again, Joshua King to the inside. See what he can do here against Waddle.
He's got to pull that slider. He's barely clear. Can he slide up just enough, or he's going to give him the room? He's clear on the front straightaway. Got that move done.
And back to the race lead goes King.
King to the lead, but here comes Brady Floyd. He's looking for second now. He's closing in on that since that battle was happening. Floyd is going to use the outside in 3 and 4 here. See if he can get the run off the corner. Floyd, huge run. Can he take it to the inside of Waddle here into turn 1? Yes, he does. Side by side is the end of turn 1. Waddle way up the racetrack and the wall. And that's going to allow Brady Floyd to clear easily. As we also got to keep an eye on Michael Weisman. He's on the fresh tires compared to everyone else.
Oh, he's sliding into turn 3 and 4.
Up to 8.
Bit loose on the entry right there behind Brent George and Drafty Beef ahead of him. As we're already 25 laps in this, 26 laps in this race. Let's see how these tires play out here. One guy in fresh tires.
Weisman, that lap, now he did have a little mistake. He was only about a 10th faster than the leader right now. But we'll see this time he'll have a clean lap, be on the outside. Using the outside, a little bit of clean air. Not much, but still there. Oh, but he gets in the wall off 4 there. That's a he ran a 2.62. Our leader, Joshua King, 5.93.
Yeah, King about 3 tenths slower.
The fresh tires will catch up as long as he can make his way through the traffic. But this time, now, Brady Floyd's looking for the race lead.
On the outside lane. Brady Floyd, here comes in the toy machine. He's going to get a run off of turn 4. Here he comes. In turn 1 and 2, he looking to the outside lane. Go hit those bumps a little bit. Goes underneath him actually. He's gonna dive in the corner. Tries
to do kind of the crossover. He's gonna get to the inside of
contact.
Down the back straightaway. And the 3, King's got the outside. Floyd on the bottom. He had a very shallow entry. He's gonna compromise this corner. So hold him off. King's gonna hold him off for at least one more lap.
Weisman up
meanwhile,
to 4th now.
Weisman, he's got up to P4 as Waddle falls back to 6th as Turner gets by him. As Weisman having a little bit of connection issues.
Saw him blink a little bit there for a second. Plays back. As the battle for the race lead still rages on, but Brent George in 3rd. Behind him, Michael Weisman.
But it's nice to see this track. Multiple lanes I've seen throughout the field right now. People are on the bottom, running to the top, running in the middle. All lanes seem to be working so far, kind of for everyone on their own, running their own race right now. That's Floyd trying to put the pressure on King. Can't find a way around him yet. Doesn't want to use the bottom. The bottom's really hard to pass. Just gonna sit behind the.
Oh, King in the outside wall.
King overdrives the corner. Got in the wall there. Floyd's gonna get to the inside. He's gonna clear him off too.
New race leader Brady Floyd to the point. Here comes King to the
bottom of the track. He's going to look back to the inside.
Watch out for It's going to be a 4-car battle for that top position right now on lap 32. And they're closing in quickly.
Though another important point, if it was, we don't know the fuel window, but if it was close on a one stop, Weisman was the only one to pit there, so he'll be able to go longer and get a big overcut on everyone else in the field. And the overcut is pretty strong in iRacing. It works a lot of the time, so that might be another advantage Weisman has later in this race if he stay green. Oh, we go 3 wide for second now. Weisman looking to the middle.
Oh, this could be tough of 2. Brent George up to 2nd. Joshua King
for second.
Still trying to hang on. Oh, he sent it too much into
King is struggling again into the outside wall again. King seems to be struggling to overdrive the corners. Very easy to overstep the corners here. And it seems like he's getting too high, getting into those bumps, and it's just taking him up in the outside wall. So you got a battle for 5th here. Van Kirk looking to the inside. Oh, actually, sorry, that is not a battle for 5th. That's Van Kirk trying to work back through the field. I apologize on that. He's also on the fresher tires like Wiseman. So if he has the speed, might be able to get back up to the lead and unlap himself the hard way. 3 laps down, but he is the only car. He is the first car lap down, 3 laps down, so he should be able to get his laps back if he get enough yellows. But Wiseman putting the pressure on George for P2.
Yeah, Bryn George, he's been fighting off Wiseman probably the best so far. He's been ahead of him this whole run, and he's kind of just stayed ahead of him. But Wiseman, I think he's going to get to the outside lane and clear him off of turn 2 probably here shortly.
So Wiseman's on the outside. Using the outside lane, it's going to be hard for George to bring that down. He can't really pull a slider because Brady Floyd's right in front of them. Right in front of him. So it's going to be really hard to pull that slider unless you can pull the slider on both. Floyd backing up the corner, trying to slow up Wiseman. As trying to keep these guys side by side behind him, but Wiseman on the fresh tires, it's going to be really hard to hold him off. Floyd's probably trying to hold him off here. Trying to make Wiseman burn up his tires. Trying to keep him side by side with George. These tires will fall off eventually and even out with the leaders.
As Jeremy Gill into the pit lane here on lap 37.
As Wiseman looked for a 3 wide move there. Thought better about it. Just very early in the race. Doesn't want to compromise this race early. Try not getting the incident.
3 wide.
That's now they go 3 wide for the race lead. A stagger 3 now. George on the bottom. And they're all going to sort it out. Everyone's clear. But Wiseman going to use the new tires to the advantage. He's going to try to pull a slider on Brady Floyd maybe. He's going to use the bottom. But Floyd's going to hold the top side perfectly. He's going to get the run off the corner. Maybe scrape the outside wall there. Side by side for the race lead. Still staying into turn 1. Wiseman going to be able to clear Floyd off the corner. As Floyd is going to concede the position to Michael Wiseman. Wiseman on the fresh tires finally worked his way back through the field. Being green for about 20 laps now. That's our longest run of the night so far. Now, when will these tires even out? That's the question. Can Brady Floyd just manage his tires, not overcook them, just stay closer to Wiseman without burning his tires off? He's really running that outside lane, making good use of it.
One thing I didn't notice, I don't know if you brought this up, but Bryn George also did pit on that last caution.
So yeah, now Brady's then Brady's got double the pressure on Bryn George then.
I did not see the 54 on pit lane,
teammates,
though.
so they might work together. Those two, Brady Floyd and Bryn George, they are teammates, so they might work together here. Try not to lose too much time to the car behind if they battle.
Yeah, feels pretty spread out. We see a battle right there for 5th, but I think that's just a lap car like you were talking about.
No, that's Joshua King. So.
Oh, yeah, that's Joshua King on the outside.
Joshua King
for
and Jacob Turner for P4. Joshua King, he seemed to be struggling this run. Probably burned up that right front. Got in the wall a good couple times. I don't know if he got a lot of damage, but here comes. Is that? No, that's
Jeremy
not. That's
Gill.
a lap car. That's Jeremy Gill on the fresh tires.
He was one of the guys who just pitted 4 laps ago. So we'll see what he can do here with his fresh tires and maybe some strategy playing here. If
he is 2 laps down. Did he have any trouble? I believe you don't lose 2 laps here. You only lose about a lap and maybe 3/4. But he had an issue on pit road. He seems to lost 2.5 laps on pit road there.
He had 45 seconds in the pit lane, which is about 5 seconds lower than the average. So he must have had a bad pit road entry or whatnot.
The Wiseman pulling out to a 2nd race lead over Brady Floyd now.
As he blinks out for a second.
We got Jim Thorndike and Jake Raven. Thorndike on the outside of Raven for P7. Raven on the bottom, gonna try and use Thorndike, get him up in the bumps. Thorndike still holding strong in the outside lane there. Down to turn 3, Raven's going to clear Thorndike on the bottom. He's going to slide up and he's going to get the move done.
Watch for the crossover, not going to be able to do it.
Doesn't have to run to pull the crossover off. Joshua King holding off Jacob Turner for 4th.
Yeah, King's done a good job of holding people off, but just after a while, he just kind of overdrives the corner on the entry and hits the outside wall. We've seen that 2 times, I believe, tonight already. Can you all off for the pit stops here? I'm guessing people are going to be bringing it in pretty soon if it's going to be a 2-stop race here. Around lap 50.
Looking to the inside now for King. King's going to get the drop. King's going to concede the position to Turner. But here comes Drafty to the inside of King.
Side by side for 5th. Up the racetrack to go. Drafty King getting a little tight. Or Drafty Beat getting a little tight off the exit to get King to run. Will he be able to clear him? Yes, he will in the turn 1 and 2. But watch for the side lane. King overdrives the corner again.
Oh, King overdrives in the wall again.
I mentioned that right before. He just kind of gets a little too much pressure, and side by side, he just overdrives the corner on entry. I've seen that a lot of times in 1 and 2.
King's just he's running really high, getting those bumps and overdriving the corner. It's very intimidating, well not really intimidating. Very easy to overdrive the corner there. You overdrive the corner, get too high, those bumps will take you on the outside wall, which King just does again as he gets to the outside wall again, and Raven gets by King for P6.
If I was King, I would try maybe just bring down pit lane this time and try to do a 2-stop race here. That might be a strategy call he thinks about in about 10 or so laps.
It's now looking at the lap times for our leaders. The tires have now evened off for Wiseman. He ran a 25.003 lap time, and Floyd ran a 0.89. So the tires seem to be evening off now. So that could bring some strategy into play. Typically, when the tires have the fall off and they start to even out, they typically the multiple stops does not really work unless it's really bad fall off for a short track. Now Bristol, a track like Bristol, if you have the dual pit roads, it would work because you have about 2 seconds fall off at Bristol in a very short lap time. But here it's about 10 seconds longer, so it doesn't really work here at Iowa as say it would as Bristol.
As here's Jeremy Gill. He's gonna try to get his lap back here. One of his laps back. As he's trying to get around.
He is coming up on more lap traffic here. That's David Greenmont seems to be struggling here so far in the race.
As Jeremy Gill got really loose on the inside of the leader, he's gonna back off about a second.
Greenmont's got a lot of damage. I don't know what that was from. Oh, he did the wall. Right in front of our leader.
In the wall again. He might have
damage. A lot of damage now. Might have a lot of wheel damage. How hard he hit that wall there. Tough night for him so far. Running P14. Because now he is the first car lap down. So that's pretty important now for Jeremy Gill. If we get a caution, Gill will not be the lucky dog. So that's not good for Gill. Gill did not want to see another car go a lap down. So Gill's going to have to hope he stay green for everyone to cycle pit stops here.
As Bryn George is closing on Brady Floyd, the gap is down to 3 seconds, so working their way through lap traffic. Bryn George does have fresh tires. He pitted on the same lap as Michael Wiseman. He pitted a lap later. That's probably why we didn't notice how he went down pit lane. But right now he is closing the gap on Brady Floyd. He's kind of just been staying around 2 to 5 tenths behind him. But I think he's trying to make a late tire stint charge as Brady's tires are kind of running down. They probably will have to pit here soon. But like we said, we don't know really exactly where the tire or the fuel falls off.
I just looked at it. I just hopped in the car as the spectator. So it is what iRacing gave me on default was about 73 laps. So
Yeah, so we should be
It's
seeing
a
that.
pretty long fuel run here.
We should be seeing that pretty soon, though, because I assume they don't want to go all the way on fuel. But Brady Floyd is under attack by Bryn George right now. Battle for second. Rage is on.
So yeah, like we were saying, the multiple stop strategy might work. So you do need a 2-stop at least from the green to make it. Now we did have that first yellow around lap 15 to 18. So lap 15, I think we went green on lap 20, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we went green on lap 20. So Wiseman, he can go about 20 laps longer than everyone else, and he already has a 3.8 second lead. This is working out for Wiseman if we stay green for a while here, but he might be able to. Since that's also another big problem. Another problem. If he saves a little bit of fuel, which it might you'll naturally save fuel with the tire fall off. So, like I said earlier, Wiseman might be close to the 1-stop. He's seen something these drivers didn't, because we went green with about 155 to go.
Joshua King in the pit lane. Joshua King in the pit lane.
So if he can go, if Wiseman can go about 77, 78%, he can make it on 1 stop.
Joshua King into his box. This is our first one of the first drivers that were in contention down pit lane. Let's see where Jimmy Gill falls out. He has actually passed Joshua King right now, so looks like Gill looking pretty good. He could, if once everyone pits here, he could cycle out to the race lead eventually, as King falls down to 2 laps down, maybe even 3 here soon, about 2.5. So, but you lose about 2.5.
So yeah, I was wrong on that. So yeah, you lose about 2.5 laps here on the pit stop. So now that is a lot of time loss for extra stops. So Wiseman
lose off of 2.
If he was saying like if he can go long, like I said, he possibly could. He could win this race by a lap. But he's struggling now. It seems like on that grip. He got in the wall a couple times that lap. Brady Floyd gained a 10th on in that lap just from those mistakes. Bryn George looking at the inside of Brady Floyd for P number 2.
Battle for second. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Brady Floyd, Bryn George.
George gonna back out the corner, just try and get a good arc. Slowly working as we got another car down pit road.
That is Dan
Ames.
Yeah. Dan Ames. My bad.
Ames.
There's a bunch of drivers down pit lane. Jake Raven, Drafty Beef down pit lane.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so we are
Pit
seeing our first round of stops.
Yep.
So everyone's about short pitting their fuel by about 10 laps. So everyone who couldn't stretch it, they're probably gonna try and split this race into thirds. Go about 60, probably pit on 65 here, 130, and then go to the end on that.
And now we're watching Drafty Beef as Jake Raven's behind him. Joshua King, let's see where he cycles out to. He's on the back straightaway. He actually did not pass Drafty Beef, so he might have had a bad pit stop. So you might have been right. Might have been a lap and a half. Yeah, because Joshua King is still 2 laps down, and Drafty Beef is still ahead of him, and Jeremy Gill side by side with the 13 machine. So he jumped these guys.
As Waddle, he got by Floyd and George, unlapping himself, but here comes Brady Floyd to pit road.
Brady Floyd down pit lane. Bryn George stays out. He still has the fresher tires compared to.
So now this will be interesting to see how this plays out. Wiseman and George, they can go about 20 laps longer than the rest of the field, so probably about 30. They can go about maybe like 20 to 25 more laps on fuel. Now, if they're been saving fuel and trying to back up the corner a little bit, lift and coast, they could stretch this fuel out, so they could only make it on one more. They can make it on one more stop, but that is a lot to ask. You gotta save a lot of fuel.
Oh, we have a sprinter.
I mean,
someone spun down the back stretch. It's gonna be.
That was Dan Ames.
He's spun off of turn 2. Let's see what happened there. No caution is out for that. Just looks like he got a bit loose off of 2 with those newer tires and spun around. He just wasn't used to that grip, the speed and the grip that he had with the older tires. I've had that happen a few times. You pit, you have really old tires, you come down pit lane, you get brand new ones, and you're like, oh, I can go fast, and then you make a mistake like that, and you're like, oh, okay, gotta calm down.
So Waddle, he just passed Van Kirk. Van Kirk 3 laps down. So Waddle is chasing on the race leader Michael Wiseman, gonna try and get back 1 lap down, but he made a mistake on pit road. It seems like Brady Floyd came out in front of Drafty Beef.
Yeah, right
so
now,
currently, right now,
Brady Floyd is ahead of everyone that is pitted. As here comes Shane King down pit lane. That's 60 machine.
and Jim Thorndike as well.
And Jim Thorndike on pit lane too. So only 4 drivers still on the racetrack, and those 4 drivers did pit on that first caution lap. Or the first caution on lap, it was 52 laps ago, about.
So I'll expect to see if Weissman can stretch it this long. I would expect him to try and stretch it to about lap 100. That is a lot to ask, but I don't think he can go that long. I think I may have messed up my math here.
If he goes 70, he can go about 20-ish more laps.
They went green. Yeah, they went green with about 155 to go, so they need to stretch that 78. iRacing told me 73, so I assume maybe 2 laps for fall off. 2 laps saved them fuel just for natural fall off. But I'm unsure. But Weissman, he's got the run on Waddle. He's not letting Waddle get back the 1 lap down. It seems like he doesn't want him 1 lap down. But doesn't have much fight in those tires. Waddle's just gonna go right by him again.
Yeah, Brady Floyd still, after all these pit stops, is the person on front of the people who had pitted. So we'll see how this all cycles out. I'm guessing Brady Floyd is going to be in the race lead once the top 4 pit, but it depends on how old his tires are and how he manages them in this next 20 laps. Oh, we have cars in the grass. There are cars in the grass. 1 car blown up. Dan Ames again in the grass. That's Bryn George. Bryn George blown up.
Bryn George, it blown up.
Our second place driver
What
blown
happened
up.
to Bryn
Let's
George?
take a look at this one. And his friend's gone.
Oh, Ames. He got loose off the corner right into Bryn George. They both turned hard up in the outside wall.
Oh,
and down the track. I'm surprised the caution did not come out there.
Yeah, that's gonna. He does have a fast shipper, but that really
that's gonna
stinks
hurt
for
his
that 54 machine.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt his strategy very bad. As he's still limping around here.
Yeah.
On the apron, that's gonna kill pretty much Bryn George's race. He's gonna eat a caution.
And he still has 100 laps to go, so very unfortunate for the 54 machine. He's running second place at that moment.
But if they could try stretch that on the 1 stop, but I don't think that's gonna be able to happen. So it'd be interesting to see how the overcut of Wiseman will work compared to Floyd. I think they're still gonna have to make the same amount of stops, but Wiseman cannot. He can't go too long. If he goes too long, there might not be enough time in the race for him to catch Floyd on the overcut.
As you see, we're on Randy Schuler right now in that 31 machine. He's running about mid-25s lap times. Let's go to Brady Floyd, see what he's running. He's running low 24s. So about seconds and a quarter faster per lap, about, give or take.
Now Wiseman, he could trying to be waiting out Floyd's tires, try and go long as he can. Now I assume if he can get around lap 90, if he get around lap 97-ish, it could be close on fuel. As Ledesma goes a lap down, he pitted, I believe, on that first caution, so his pace is really far off.
Go back up to our race leader, Michael Wiseman.
I know, Wiseman, 20-second lead over the second place of Randy Schuler. So, Brady Floyd, he's actually closing in our Ledesma, and Ledesma's on the old on the different strategy. So if they can stretch it, I think Brady Floyd will still be able to beat at least everyone other than Wiseman on this strategy. If they can stretch it. That's currently currently we are coming to 60 laps in the run here this time by. So he can so Wiseman could go about 10 to 15 more laps on fuel, but we'll see how long he decides to stretch that.
we'll see how this plays out. It'll be really interesting to see. We still have over what would be about 90-ish laps to go, and these drivers can only go about 10 more laps on fuel if what you said was correct for iRacing. But Brady Floyd actually catching the third place car as he's gonna pass him on the racetrack before he even pits.
So yeah, so Floyd might be in a better strategy situation here. I thought it could be a little closer with the fall off, but I don't think Wiseman's gonna be able to make it on only one stop. So he's gonna have to hope this overcut strategy is very powerful. But like I don't know. Floyd pitted, I believe, around 60. Is that correct? Floyd pitted on 67. So he pitted on lap 66. So I'm assuming he'll go to 130 and split this last in half and go to 55 to go. Which I believe that is lap 130-ish. So that's lap 120. So Floyd, as he works by Wiseman and got back on lead lap now.
Justin Waddle getting by German Gill for position right here for P9.
So Wiseman, it's gonna be. I don't think this will work for Wiseman. He got caution on the racetrack.
Michael Wiseman around our race leader must have got loose off of turn 4. That's gonna change everything.
That's gonna change everything now. As Brady Floyd just got back on the lead lap, but I don't think he will stay out. So I've assumed, but now that's gonna trap pretty much the whole field a lap down. As wow, unexpected, Michael Wiseman spinning from the race lead. He's got the outside wall there. That was wow. That changes everything here, and we're just barely halfway in the race.
So now everyone's got to take the waiver rounds if you're one lap down, but that's gonna hurt them because they're not gonna be on new tires. So we'll see what happens here.
I believe that Yellow also got Ledesma back on lead lap as he hasn't pitted yet either. So pit road is still closed this time by. Wiseman's gonna bring it down anyways.
Yeah, it says it's flashing red. Not sure if it's just a glitch, but some people are pitting, so. Not sure if it does turn green.
Oh, Wiseman, yeah, as I expected, that outside wall, it gave him a meatball flag, pit for repairs, so he has to come down and take his fast repair, or he's gonna. Now, like, these Xfinity cars are very sensitive with damage to the wheels. They're very hard. They're very fragile compared to others. So Wiseman, he's gonna come down and take his fast repair. He take his fast repair. He still has the pit for repairs flag. So
still looks like there's some damage on the right side.
It didn't look bad. He didn't break the wheel suspension. So it's probably gonna be a minute to half a minute of the required repairs. He'll still be on the lead lap here. He actually, well, no, he's not gonna be the race leader anymore. That will go to. I believe Schuler pitted that lap too. Pit road is open, so pit road is still closed. That might be a bug for spectators.
Yeah. So
Floyd stayed out on the racetrack.
He had 20 laps on his tires. Interesting strategy call. He only gets 4 sets, but he only used 1 of them, so he still has 3 left. I'm surprised he wouldn't.
I would come down pit road in this situation.
I'm surprised he did not pit right there because if you pit right here, you still have fresh tires compared to the rest of the field.
Yeah, I would come down in this situation, in my opinion.
I believe it might.
I guess he wanted to try and trap the field a lap down, but he wasn't in front of all these guys anyways. So I mean, compared to the field, he will still be in a good situation.
He'll have the same amount of tires compared to most people.
Yeah, he'll have the same amount of tires in the same tire wear. So
yeah,
really, Wiseman, I believe, did he take?
He's down pit lane again.
The fast repair.
So I think he might just be fixing his damage. Not gonna risk taking the fast repair.
So he's probably saving his fast repair for later in the race.
Actually, it was a really quick stop for him. He might be topping off of fuel, possibly. Could we see him try to stretch on fuel?
I don't think so. We're just under 90 to go. You're gonna have to. They're not gonna be. They're about maybe 10, 15 laps short here. So
Unless
they're,
he was just,
they're still gonna have to make another stop.
He was in his box for about 4 seconds, so I'm not sure if he was just doing a quick little stop here for
possibly topping off, because the overcut's still big. You still want the overcut. I think the overcut will probably win this race, depending on how long you can go. You can't go too long. But it seems like Brady Floyd will be the leader, followed by Randy Schuler, and Michael Wiseman will be third. So Wiseman will be third, and everyone else will line up on the wave around behind him. So Wiseman in a great situation, but though he does have that fresh damage from that incident. So I believe we're still under yellow. Are we coming to 1 degree this time? Alright, we are 1 degree this time by, so everyone's going to take the wave around here. So on the wave around it will be Drafty Beef, Jake Raven, Jacob Turner, Jim Thorndike. They will take the wave arounds. Jeremy Gill, Justin Waddle, Shane King, Joshua King, Brent George, they will be a lap down. Actually, no, Brent George will take the wave around.
He's going from 2 to 1.
He will be 1 lap down.
2 to 1. He's going from 2 laps down to 1 lap down now.
Van Kirk also takes the waiver. Actually, no, Van Kirk's lining up behind him. But can they catch up to the field? So we do have a good amount of lap cars in that back.
Yeah, we have a good mix.
So I'll have 8 cars will lead lap, but only the top 3 being in front of the rest of the field. As the pace car pulls off, and we're back underway here at Iowa.
And green flag goes, well, Ray Floyd leads us to green.
So Wiseman actually was second there. Schuler farther in the back, so he's behind the lap cars. I think he topped off on that last lap. So Floyd's going to lead the field with Wiseman in second.
Yeah, Wiseman has really old, really new tires compared to Floyd. Floyd has about 24 lap old tires. Wiseman, he just paid this pit cycle or this green flag.
As I'm looking at Wiseman's car now, he looks a brand new car, so I think he took that fast repair after he took the required repairs.
Yeah, I think he found out that he looked at his optional and saw it was way too much to repair under caution, so he decided to take his fast repair.
Okay, especially we had that long green flag run that time, so doesn't want to risk getting caught out again there. Just keep it clean. I see his idea of not taking it originally. You don't maybe get a late race yellow and you get
it's Kenny Kuko. Oh, loose off his 4 right in front of Michael Wiseman as he's trying to get his laps back. Remember he
should keep it off the inside wall. He's 4 laps down. He joined back the session from the packet loss. Dropped the session, so. And Schuler getting a pass Van Kirk. Gill 1 lap down. So
it's right really now, hard
right now, Jeremy Gill will be the lucky dog.
Drafty Beef down pit lane. He must have had a black flag, maybe.
He does have a black flag. I think he had passing on the inside.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a drive-through penalty for the 13 machine. So he's still gonna be 1 lap down. He's not gonna lose a lap, but unfortunate for him, he's not gonna be able to battle for that lucky dog position unless we go green for a while.
He's pulling off the racetrack, so. I think he's throwing the helmet. He's taking up the helmet. I think he's calling that a race.
Yeah, not sure what happened there exactly. Must have passed on the inside because I saw there was some movement in the back there. He must have been involved on that restart right there.
So right now Brady Floyd leads over Michael Wiseman. Wiseman about 2/10 faster than Floyd that last time by. So Wiseman, yeah, he definitely took his fast repair, so if he gets another incident, that could be race over for him. As it's hard to see who's battling with who, because we got the mix of lap cars. That yellow threw a wrench in everything in this race. So currently we have 7 cars on each lap. Floyd, Wiseman,
Here comes Wiseman. Here comes Wiseman to the inside. Off of turn 2. We'll do a slider into turn 3 and 4. Yes.
Wiseman drives it in.
Now I can slide up. And he's gonna clear easily.
Floyd, I think, might just let him go. Hope Wiseman burns up his tires. Floyd's just gonna save his tires. But Floyd's also on the front slower tires. Just forgot about that. Oh, Floyd is on the older tires. He did not pit under that last caution. So it's gonna be tough to see. It's gonna be interesting to see how this works out.
Wiseman has 2 tire sets left. Floyd has 1. Wiseman has used the fastest pair, same as Randy Schuler. He's used the fastest pair. Jeremy Gill has, Shane King has, Bryn George has, and Van Kirk, JD Van Kirk has.
He's battling with a lot of lap traffic.
He also has.
But he has a 5-second gap.
He did pit on that last caution, so he does have fresher tires than most of the field.
So before that pass for the lead, I was going through the lead lap car. So we have 7 cars lead lap. Actually, we have a battle for 6th, I believe. Jake Raven and Jake Turner. They're actually battling for P number 6. As I believe Raven's pulling away now. But I was saying, we have 7 cars on the lead lap, and then we have 5 cars a lap down. 1 lap down, and then we have 1 car 2 laps down, Van Kirk, and Kuko's 4 laps down. I believe Van Kirk he's going to have to get a little lucky. Maybe shake a wait around, get back to 1 down, and maybe fight for the lucky dog if we get a caution. But I think anyone outside of Kuko on back, there are chances that the race win are done here tonight. As actually we have 3 guys out of the race. Actually, sorry, no. We have 1 guy out of the race, Marty Wright. He's out of the race. We went 7 laps down. Drafty Beef, he's also out of the race.
And right now we're Randy Schuler closing in on Brady Floyd right now in that 2nd place position with those new fresh tires. They're newer, I guess. They're 15 laps old right now, but he is closing out on that same machine.
The lap traffic will be a factor here as guys are trying to get their laps back. As Van Kirk, he's right there with them. I don't know his tire life.
He also pitted on that last caution right there, 15 lap old tires.
So yeah, Van Kirk's hoping he can maybe save his tires a little better. He can get back to 1 down. That will really save his race.
Yeah, right now Jeremy Gill in lucky dog position. Bryn George, who crashed from 2nd in 10th place, he's trying to get his lucky dog back. He's trying to get a lucky dog position. He's about 2 seconds back from Jeremy Gill. That poor machine. But Bryn George does have older tires compared to those 2 in front of him.
But also keep an eye on Jacob Turner. He's 12 seconds back now, 13 seconds back, slower than the leader by about half a second that last time by. So if we go green for a while, Jacob Turner could go a lap down, and that means Jeremy Gill, Shane King, Bryn George, their chance at the lucky dog will all be thrown out the window. Wiseman pulling away from Floyd. He's got the fresher tires. Now we did go green. With about 85 laps to go. So they can go to about 15 to 20 laps to go here. Actually, probably 10 to 15 laps to go. So it'd be interesting to see how long they stretch this fuel. I'm assuming most of these guys will split it about 45, 40 maybe. So we'll see how the wide open for strategy here. As Michael Wiseman's getting passed by, that is, okay, Michael Wiseman getting passed by Kenny Kuko, so Kuko's back to 3 down.
Yeah, he was really quick earlier in this race. He could be a late race start if he can get his laps back, but it's going to be really tough ass for him.
He's going to have to hope there's a change or caution, but it definitely towards the end of this race, as we know, cautions can breed cautions. So yeah, that if we get within 20-25 laps to go, the cautions just keep coming and coming and coming.
Yeah, we have about 44 minutes left in the session, so I think we should get this race in on lap wise. Then they're ready to worry about time. We're now
Kuko, he got by Wiseman, but not able to get by him. But that's also going to change a little bit.
Closing on Brady Floyd down to 2 tenths this time.
As Wiseman will have the dirty air, so that could change some things, hurt his tires a little bit. But Schuler, he's like you said, he's hunting down Brady Floyd here. Is Brady Floyd currently holding on?
Here comes Schuler, not going to be able to do anything in turn 1. think he looked for it, but he kind of got a bit loose off of 3 or off of 4.
Schiller, that time by, he was about a tenth faster, so he's not extremely faster with the fresh tires. I mean, he has fresher tires, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he has about 20 lap fresher tires compared to Brady Floyd.
Wiseman, he's pulled out to a 3-second lead. So I think that gap is starting. I think the lap times are starting to even off. Actually, never mind. At least between Schiller and Floyd. Schiller, he's on the back bumper of Floyd now, so he can try and get the rim on the top side, maybe cross over in the corner. But he just doesn't have the grip in the tires like Wiseman does out in front. He's had a battle through the lap traffic because we had that restart. We had a mix of lap traffic with all those guys taking the wave around and some guys not taking the wave around. That caution fell right in the middle of pit cycles. As here comes Schiller. He's going to look to the inside of Floyd off 4. He thought he thinks better of it to back off. Floyd's still holding strong. He's about very even lap times with Schiller. So Schiller, I think he burned off his tires a little bit more, battling through the lap traffic, trying to work his way up. He also had to make up a big gap. So he was probably pushing, trying to catch that gap, and now he got to Floyd, and his tires just don't have any more life in them. He's running way up the racetrack, though, with those bumps.
Yeah, we have a few battles on the racetrack as Brady Floyd worked his way past Shane King for a 9th place position. He's 1 position back from Jeremy Gill to maybe get to a luck dog position.
As Gill, he's
Brady blocking Brady blocking from Randy.
Yeah, that is another thing.
Randy Schuler.
Now, Brent George, I'm not sure if he has fresher tires, but Gill's right behind Schuler. Schuler goes to the inside for Floyd for 2nd. Floyd's gonna run that top side, protect that top, get the run off the corner. He's still gonna hold off Schuler and clear him off turn 4.
Gill was looking for 3 wide, but he thought the best of it. Right there, a lap car right behind them.
Yeah, Gill knows Brent George is flying behind him right now. As Brent George is about a tenth, about half a tenth faster. But here comes Floyd Ford. He's gonna take the pit road. He's gonna do the undercut. Big undercut. That's
57 laps ish. 57, 58 laps. Interesting strategy call from Brady Floyd right there.
Now that's about 5 laps earlier than halfway in the run.
He went about 50 laps on those tires. He went about 50 laps on those tires. So we'll see how he goes 50 here.
Laps, so he's gonna have to go 60 laps on the tires to end this race. Now we'll see how big the undercut is, but what will happen? Will Wiseman? Will he see that and maybe pull the trigger a little early and pit only in about 5 laps and try and split this in half? Now he's still got good tire life. He can go longer than Floyd. Now Wiseman, I believe he can go to about 10 to 20 laps to go in this race. But will he try and risk that again? He stayed out very long during that run, and then he spun from the lead, and that caused chaos in this race. As so many guys got trapped a lap down because of that.
Right now, battle for 3rd place right now. Jim Thorndike right now side by side with
Ledesma. Ledesma on the bottom of Thorndike. And Thorndike's gonna clear down the front straightaway. Wiseman still outside the race lead.
Ledesma hit the wall hard on the outside lane. I don't know if that was just a freeze frame because I froze right before that, but he got really loose off of 4, or off of 2, I mean. Smacked the outside wall. Now, Brent George closing in for the lucky dog position. Down to half a second.
Before that battle for 2nd, he was Gill was close to Schuler, but Wiseman's pulled away from Schuler now. He's up to a 7-second lead, and before Floyd pit, it was only about 3 to 4. So I think Schuler's struggling on them tires now. As Gill, he's gonna try and get by Schuler if he can, and use that as a buffer. Now another bad thing that could happen.
Jeremy Gill down pit lane, but he misses pit entry. He missed it.
Bryn George followed him.
And Bryn George down pit lane.
Now that
another driver misses their pit box. That is I don't know who that was.
As now we have the most pit stops here. That's Jim Thorndike. He missed pit road. Oh, it comes back up the track and almost hits Dan Ames. As now that's the risk of undercutting. You can get the big undercut and get a huge gap after pit cycles, but you're also not hoping for a yellow. If you get a caution, that could trap you a lap down depending on where you are. Right now, Shane King inherits the lucky dog after those pit stops. Now, Jim Thorndike actually went a lap down because he missed that, but now he's down pit road. But Shane King is the lucky dog, but here comes Lady Floyd. He's going to look to the inside of Shane King for the lucky dog position. Now, Brady Floyd pretty much safe. Kind of. Now, if he gets the caution, Lady Floyd will be able to get back to the lead lap. But he will have to start at the tail end of the field with the lucky dog. If he gets that yellow. As Jacob Turner and Jake Raven still close. They never really got too far apart after that battle earlier. They're now battling for 4th place.
Also, only a half a second ahead of them. Ledsma.
Yeah, Ledsma.
In that 48 machine, he's struggling off of the exit to this point. He's really loose. He's losing a lot of time to Jacob Turner and Jake Raven.
As Ledesma holding on right now, but here comes Turner. Turner's got the run. And Ledesma's just gonna let him go. But letting him go, he also slid up in front of Raven, and that's gonna hold him up. So they got a car behind them. That's Bryn George. So Bryn George is 2 laps down. He's trying to be the lucky dog, win the cycle.
Yeah, so after everyone does pit, Bryn George will be the lucky dog candidate. But that's still a long ways away. You can't really bank on that.
So we went green on lap 88. So that's about
42 laps.
So that's about 87-ish to go. Now if you split that in half, that's going to be about 43.5-ish. 43-ish. So right now we're in the run.
Around this lap right here, next 5 or so laps. If you want to split it halfway. About 50-50.
So in the run right now we are 40 laps into this run right now. So about 42 in this run. So yeah. So Wiseman's gonna hit the halfway point in the run right here. But will he stretch it and will he stretch it all the way and hope for a caution? Again, as he's working by some more lap traffic.
As we saw what happened last time.
Shane King hit pit road, so he's now 3 laps down.
We saw what happened last time there was a long run. Wiseman kind of got a bit loose on the outside of him. One car laps himself. I'm not sure that was. It was the 60 machine of Shane King, like you said.
So I'm looking at this now. Brady Floyd's just about a lap and about a quarter behind. So I think he will cycle to the race lead, but I don't know the gap currently.
No, I believe Brady Floyd would cycle to the race lead because he will
cycle the race lead, but he needs a big gap for the overcut of Wiseman. Yeah. Now Wiseman, he can't go too long here. He probably has to pit here in about the next 10 to 15 laps. If he goes any longer, it's going to be really tough for him to catch Floyd in time because the time will run out in this race. Well, the amount of laps we'll run out.
I did not really expect to see a fuel strategy, tire strategy race here at Iowa, but it's kind of how it plays out though with the longer runs and whatnot and the tire wear in these races. So not too surprising, but as well, we have a car in the grass. That is might be Shane King sideways into the grass. He goes right in front of our leader. As that almost could have been a caution right there, but nice save from that 60 machine.
And that would have changed everything. And that was a yellow.
Was there another smoke?
That's right.
Another driver, the 17, Joshua King, very loose off the floor. Let's take a look at that one right there. A lot of these drivers are getting pretty loose off these corners off of turn 4 on the bottom side of the racetrack. Great save from that 17 again.
As right now, Wiseman's about to lap Ledesma. So if we get a caution and Wiseman can get by Ledesma, that could hurt Blaney Floyd and trap Blaney Floyd a lap down here.
Jake Raven down pit lane.
So Floyd needs to try and get them there. Yeah, she said Raven's down pit road now, but he was really far back compared to the leader. This Floyd's already by Raven. As right now, this time by, I will have Wiseman. He ran a 25.237, and Floyd with a 24.948. So Floyd's only about 0.3 quicker now. So the tires are wearing off for Floyd.
Floyd also might be ultra saving here, because if I was him, you barely have to go, as you see him sideways. He might not be doing that. If I was him, he's already 2 laps into this run. I'll just be ultra saving my tires, because no matter how slow you go, you're basically quicker with people with older tires.
Now, I mentioned earlier, Ledesma goes the lap down. So if we get a caution here, Brady Floyd will have to take the wave around if he wants to be back on lead lap.
Also,
Floyd's hoping this goes green. So everyone.
One thing also to note is Jacob Turner is on 70-lap old tires right now. In 3rd place right now. So he's stayed out an extra. He's been staying out very, very long in this run. So you'll have to pay here soon for fuel. In the next probably 5 or 10 laps or so.
As Randy Schuler is still in 2nd. He's about 10 seconds back from Wiseman.
I believe Raven down pit lane again. Not sure if he misses.
He has a black flag. I think he probably got hit for speeding.
He's also taking tires here, so I don't know if he made a mistake or not. He took right side tires. So unfortunate for him.
So that's gonna be pretty much race over for him for the at least for the race win. Right now, Floyd in 2nd.
And here comes Schuler down pit lane, 2nd place driver, Randy Schuler. This is kind of where we're gonna see Brady Floyd, how much of an advantage he has on these pit stops. This is really the first time we're gonna be seeing that.
Now Schuler, he was 10 seconds back. Yeah. He's gonna have this. He's gonna need this to go green for a while. But Wiseman, if I were him, I would not stretch this any longer than this. It's gonna be really. If he goes any longer, Floyd might be able to hold him off at the end of this race. As Wiseman, he can go to at least 20 to go probably. But at that point, that would be really late in the run.
If Schuler had a 9.9-second pit stop, he might have took 2.
Yeah, Schuler, he's coming off pit road. He's gonna stay 1 lap down.
Yeah, Schuler took 2 tires there. He only had a 9.9-second pit stop, which is, I don't know that's possible with 4 tires.
I was just about to get to that to Wiseman. If Wiseman stretches this out to try and trap the whole field 1 lap down, could he take 2 with 20 to go if he stretched it that far? The thing is, Brady Floyd is only about a back straightaway behind now. So Floyd, even if Wiseman comes down and takes 2 tires, I think Floyd still could possibly be in front of him.
Based off this, Schuler was about 10 seconds behind Wiseman, and Brady Floyd's about 18 seconds behind Schuler after he comes off of pit lane. So if I'm correct, Brady will have about an 8-second lead over Wiseman once he pits, if that makes sense.
Now, 8 seconds is a lot. If that math is correct, Wiseman needs to pit right now. That I don't think he will not be able to gain 8 seconds in 25 laps. That's gonna be very tough. If he goes any longer, he's probably, I think he might just be trying to stay out as long as he can, hope for a yellow. Right now, currently only 2 cars on the lap. Jacob Turner and Michael Wiseman as Turner comes down pit road. So Wiseman will have the whole field 1 lap down here.
Turner down pit lane. Same with Kenny Kuko down pit lane with him.
As right now, I think this will be Brady Floyd's race to win. If we stay green and Wiseman will pit. The thing is, I think Schuler, he took 2, but I think he had a problem on pit road. He's really far back from Brady. Floyd's about 3/4 of a lap ahead of him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, unless, I mean, he might have took 2. 'Cause I don't think a 9.9 second pit stop is possible with 4 tires.
Alright, I feel like unless he really fell off hard compared to Floyd there. Floyd, now his tires will fall off. I believe he is even out. He's even out with Wiseman.
Let's see where
Floyd,
Cardinal right in front of Brady Floyd.
That was Jim Thorndike.
Thorndike into the outside wall off of 4. A lot of people having trouble off of 4 with these older tires.
As Wiseman still out on the racetrack, he's really hoping for a yellow. I think he's trying to trap the field a lap down if he can.
As I think Schuler might have either disconnected or throughput. I'm not seeing him on my timing screen anymore.
Yeah, Schuler 45 quality in this service. So
unfortunate for him.
Oh, but he's back. He's 4th.
Okay, luckily he's back in the session. He's up to 4. He's still in 4th place, but he's having internet issues possibly, and hopefully he can get that fixed because he's having a good run right now.
As right now, Wiseman needs to pit. If I were him, I would pit right now. I would have pitted 5-10 laps ago. This is going to be interesting to see what Wiseman does. Does he pit for 2 tires or fuel only?
Yeah, at this rate, Brady Floyd might unlap himself already. And I mean...
Right now, Floyd, yeah. So I thought the tires even out. Floyd's still about 1/10.5 faster, but he's got a lot of traffic right now. As Kuko got by Floyd, Thorndike's right in front of Floyd, and I believe that's Raven right behind. No, sorry, that's not Raven. That is Jacob Turner. That's Jacob Turner, right? That just got by Floyd. So now he's got 4. Now he's got 4 cars in front of him with a lot of dirty air. So that could be changed. But he also got Ledesma. I don't think he's yet to pit. Yeah, Ledesma's yet to pit as well, but he's 1 lap down. So now Brady Floyd looking for the lucky dog position in 2nd place. As Brady Floyd clears through the lucky dog, so
up to
Floyd
P2.
will be okay, but he will have to start from the tail end of the field. Well, it won't really be the tail end because everyone takes a wave around. He'll be in front of the wave around cars, so this still could work out for Floyd. As Wiseman only about a corner ahead now.
It's been George passing for position right now.
21 to go, so Wiseman has to bid here in the next 5 laps.
Bryn George passed JD Van Kirk for that 7th place position. It's hard to tell who's
Jacob Turner
battling
unlaps
who,
himself
honestly.
to go 1 down. This is interesting strategies from Wiseman. He's stretching it out as long as he can go. As Brady Floyd, when they cycle, I believe he will undoubtedly have the race lead by a lot, by a long shot. So I think Wiseman here. He's in turn 4. Wiseman coming to pit road. Oh, but he overdrives it! Oh, nearly almost hit the barrels there. He got it well down to pit road speed. He almost hit the barrels. But 20 to go.
That could
what will he do here?
He's got a big advantage on these guys. Big advantage. Brady Floyd Let's look at him. See what he's.
Wiseman not in his stall yet. Floyd in 3 and 4.
Wiseman has the first pit stall.
Wiseman in his stall now. But what does he do? Does he take 2 tires?
I think the call here has to be 4. It's
Wiseman,
2
tires.
Only.
2 tires, but Floyd still comes out in front of him.
Way ahead of him. He's gonna be around, like I said, 8 seconds. I think is gonna be what it comes out to after the end of this.
So Brady Floyd's still gonna have the race lead.
5.5. 19 laps to go. 2 tires. I don't know how 2 tires are gonna work here with so much wear on the left sides.
Yeah, he does have. So the 2 tires. We'll see how big of an advantage it is. Floyd 25.628 that last time by. Now Wiseman lost the 2nd place position to Ledesma too, but Ledesma hasn't pitted as he comes down pit road now.
Down pit road goes Ledesma Jr. as right now. Battle for the race lead is on. Strategy versus different strategies, really, honestly.
We'll have to watch the lap times. That last time by on the 2 tires, Wiseman 24.133, a second and a half faster than Brady Floyd. That's going to be a really tough way to hold on. I think the 2 tires could work for Wiseman.
Yeah, right now on your screen, you can see the difference in the middle. You can see the gap in between them. 2.5 seconds coming down pretty quickly.
Oh, Wiseman way up in the wall! He Chastain turn 1. Ross Chastain turn 1 there. Overdrove that corner, but it's already down to 2.8 seconds. Wiseman flying compared to Floyd right now. The 2 tires are going to work, it looks like.
See where
Brady
he is this
Floyd,
time?
25.4 that time by.
7
Wiseman
tenths.
24.7, but 2.0. 2 seconds. Floyd's going to have to hope them tires for Wiseman holds off. Brady's off quick, but Wiseman full push here. Coming to 14 laps to go. It's looking very glim for Brady Floyd here.
I just don't think he can hold him off at all.
As here we go, Wiseman just closed that huge gap in turn 1 there alone. Floyd, he's going to run the top here. But Wiseman down to the inside. He's going to easily clear Floyd. No question. Michael Wiseman with the race lead on the 2 tires. The 2 tire call, the late pit stop and the 2 tire call is going to pay off. But now, do we see a caution? Caution would change everything in this situation. Only 6 cars on the lap.
I think Ledesma, he got a penalty. He's not pitting again.
As I'm honestly shocked. I did not think the 2 tires would work that well.
Yeah, Brady's already 47 on his tires, and I didn't think they were going to wear that much, but Brent George bound for P5 on Tim Thorndike.
He's going to easily get by Thorndike. But there comes Wiseman. Wiseman's going to lap these guys. We could. But Wiseman's faster than these guys too. I think he's going to be able to lap these guys of Thorndike and George.
As we see smoke, JD Van Kirk might have been involved there. That's what it's saying. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah. Oh, contact maybe. He spun around. He actually spun around. 360 in the grass. Surprised there was no yellow for that one. That could have changed everything right there. As I'm not sure he made contact with off of 4. 31 of Randy Schuler. As he just made a little contact in the right rear.
As right now, Michael Wiseman, Brady Floyd, those spots are pretty much wrapped up here unless we see a yellow. But right now, Jacob Turner faster than Schuler here for 3rd, and they're only about a half a second apart. Schuler actually 1/10 quicker that time to Turner. Turner must have made a mistake on that lap. So we could have a battle for the final podium position here.
Yeah, Turner pretty much even last time by. Let's see who he is this time by. on Schuler. Crossing the line.
Schuler actually quicker with 10th again.
Yeah. But anything can
Schuler
change
might be able to
here.
hold him off here, but Schuler can't make any mistakes. He's gotta stay perfect. Can't make any mistakes. Or Turner's right there for that 3rd place position. As Brady Floyd fell off like multiple seconds. I thought, did he have an incident? No, he didn't have an incident. He's just fall offs that big.
I think
last time I
think
checked,
he
he was
just
4
pushed.
seconds back.
I think he just pushed so hard at the beginning, and of the run, he just couldn't rebound from his. He just couldn't save enough tires in the middle of the stint there to compete with Wiseman at the end.
Wiseman just walking away with this lead, but Ledesma behind Wiseman. Better unlap him, so hope that goes clean. As Wiseman 5 laps to go here at Iowa.
I got the pole early in this race. Was the only driver that pitted, or one of the only drivers that pitted on that first caution, and we were interesting strategy calls. And I mean, took 2 tires at the end of this run, and looking like it's gonna pay off here with 4 laps to go, unless there's a caution here. Late in this
He's
race.
struggling off turn 4 there. He's got it. He can't make any mistakes. He's got to stay perfect. Ledesma on the inside, still holding side by side with him, actually. As Wiseman and Ledesma, they're still not side by side. Don't want this to happen here.
Oh, loose again. Just no reason to risk it here.
Free
Late
to
in this
go.
race.
He's pushing, trying to keep Ledesma a lap down. Another 5 laps down. Gap between Turner and Schuler for 3rd is still the same. They're gaining a lot of time on Floyd, but they're not going to get there. So Wiseman 2 laps to go now. In the 3 and 4 for the penultimate time, just no mistakes. 12-second lead, and will probably be 13 to 14 fighting in this race. How much quicker he is than Floyd. White flag. 1 more lap to go for Michael Wiseman and the 74 car. Qualified on pole, fastest in practice, fastest all night long, and he played the strategy really weird. He went for a very long overcut. It pitted, took the 2 tires, got by Floyd later in the race, and Michael Wiseman wins at Iowa.
What a race for him.
As we have lap car gonna hold up Schuler there for P3, but Turner can't get close enough. Schuler's gonna cross the line in P number 3, Turner in P4, as they did not catch Floyd as well. Floyd finished 2nd. As Wiseman is burning it down here at Iowa. A dominant performance for Michael Wiseman. Led a bunch of laps. Only had 2 cautions in this race. A great race here at Iowa. Came down to varying tire strategy. It was actually really fun to see how that played out. As Michael Wiseman wins the first race of the season for the top tier H&W Electrical Series at Iowa. Xfinity Series. This will be the first of the 12 race regular season. And they also have 5 playoff races.
And one of the races that was for him, starting on pole, like you said, and just basically dominated. Perfect strategy at every moment, and what a race for him. And what a win for him. So we're going to take a quick break and speak with our top 3 finishers right after this.
So welcome back here to Iowa. Currently, I'm in victory lane with Michael Wiseman. How's it feel to win the first race of the season?
That feels pretty good. Being in a car I don't really know. I'm more of a short track guy, and feels good to win first time out with these cars.
So I seen the strategy. You went with the long overcut. So what was your idea behind going very long and taking the 2 tires?
After the first caution came out, seeing that with how long the fuel was gonna last many laps, figured try run it out as long as I could. Managed my tires pretty early on just to let it roll out as long as I could. To me, it seemed like it was the best strategy because I didn't really work on pit entrance under green. So I just tried to run it out as long as I could, worrying about being in the pits and all that.
All right. Uh, before we send you off here, so you got any sponsors you'd like to thank for tonight?
I'd like to thank Kenny Coco Motorsports for the car, new wrap, and all that. And also, thanks to everyone else on track for coming out. I apologize if I touched anyone and erased someone a little harder than I should have. Didn't mean to. But it was fun racing with everyone. Glad we were able to pull it off.
All right. That was our race winner, Michael Wiseman. Congrats on the win, man. See you next week.
Thanks for having me.
So we're bringing our second place finisher, Brady Floyd. Brady, how the race feel? How how the race car feel, and also how'd it go for you?
Well, we had a severe lack of practice due to a bad CPU in the computer, so was not able to get any setup changes or any practice in. So just kind of winged it going in, and I mean the first run was really fun. Everybody was on that same strategy, and I was able to cut through a couple cars while staving some tire, and then I guess from there the cautions just kind of fell, and I thought, given that it was a new league or a newer league, and everybody's kind of racing around each other for the first time, that we were going to get a couple more yellows. And then so I was, I guess, trying to save some tires, and I did that on just one too many occasions. I think like the long run speed was really good. That call at the end there to take two probably hurt me. I didn't realize I was going to hold that long on fuel, and I overfueled the car just a little bit as well. So lost a couple seconds on pit road. Not that it, I guess, really would have mattered too much there at the end, given that I took two. But I mean, overall, really fun race. Love Iowa. It's probably my second favorite track on the service. So disappointing not to get a win when I feel like we had a really good car. But yeah, I think I made the best out of the bet I made. So I can't be too upset with a second place finish to start the season.
All right. Well, you basically answered my under question, but let's see. Anything else? Anything else you could have you could have done better on that last run with the tires and try to hold off Michael for the race one?
Um, maybe bring out a yellow.
Yeah. Well, before we send you off here, any sponsors you'd like to thank for tonight? I believe this is your debut in this race, so pretty good run.
Yeah, I believe so. So, still working on a wrap. We'll hopefully have it by next week. I think we're Dover next, so we'll be showing off some new colors there. Hopefully, got to thank the boys at Adria Esports. Thank you to Bryn for running with me tonight. We might have a couple others join up throughout the season. So, hoping we'll have a stronger turnout from our guys soon. Got to thank our main sponsor, Forkloak Media. You can find him at forkloak.net. And then thank you to you guys for broadcasting. Here, there's a nice Street Stock League on Wednesday nights coming up.
All right. Congrats on your second place, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. We'll bring in our final spot on the podium, Randy Schuler. You got us, man?
Yeah, you got me?
Yep. All right. So good run for you. I see right there towards the end, you're battling with Jacob. So well, for that, how do you think your race went, and what do you think you could have done better?
It's been so long since I've raced these Xfinity cars. I was just kind of feeling it out and smack dab right in the middle of it tonight. But I don't know, just some more practice. Try to find your limits with cars. You kind of lose it switching back and forth. But yeah, managing tires. Maybe I had a pit road penalty there, so I took it real easy on that second or that green flag stop at the end. So yeah, just being cautious. Work back into the aggressiveness.
All right. Well, I seen that. We were keeping an eye on a little bit on that battle for third there. Jacob was closing on you. How was racing around him? What do you think? How I can get the question out. Sorry. uh, so how do you think how hard was it to pass? Especially on the bottom, it seemed like the bottom was really tough to pass. So, how'd you feel trying to pass people?
Um, I just taking it easy. I rode behind Floyd there before he pit his last time, and just kind of feeling it out. Definitely seems slicker on the bottom. Try to you know get underneath somebody, and kind of had some trust issues with getting the tires to hold, but not pushing the issue. Just kind of let it come to you, and definitely was more comfortable on the top. So try to stay up there.
All right. Oh, before I send you off, any sponsors you'd like to thank for tonight?
Um, no, I got no sponsors. Just thank Jeff for helping me out. Um, then just want to say hi to some family. Say hi to my daughter Lila. She'll be watching this. And thanks for putting this on. It seems like a good fun league already.
All right. Congrats on your third place, and we'll see you next week at Texas.
All right, thank you, sir.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight at Iowa. What a race that was, and very fun tire strategy, fuel strategy kind of in play there. So
I think we bring up the finishing order. We'll run down the finishing order real quick.
yeah, we'll do
So
that.
Michael Wiseman he'll bring home the checkered flag in the race win here tonight, and the early points lead going first points leader. Brady Floyd will be second, Randy Schuler third, Jacob Turner fourth, and Brent George rounds out the top five. As Brent George's first car lap down, as that mid race yellow really threw a wrench into everything. A lot of guys got trapped a lap down. Good run for a lot of these guys. As I'll round out the rest of the top 10. Jim Thorndike, Shane King, Joshua King, JD Van Kirk, and Kenny Coco, and Pete Sen. So good run, and Texas next week. Gonna be an interesting race. What do you look forward to that next week?
Well, it's a lot different than Iowa. It's a 1.5-mile racetrack, so nothing to really be nothing really similar about it, to be honest with you. So it'll be interesting because turn 1 and 2 is just so much different than 3 and 4, and with the newer Texas layout that they have in like 2017, newish, I guess. It'll be interesting to see how tire shaving is gonna be there too. I'm not sure what time of day it is, but if it's the nighttime, probably not too crazy tire saving, but daytime at Texas and Fort Worth area, it's gonna be very hot and very slick racetrack.
Yeah, so I think it could be a good race. It's I don't know how we'll see the top lane. We'll see the multi-group racing there or not, but I think it could be a good race. Um, but looking forward to it next week, as we'll see on same time, same place next week here on Legends Racing Network.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week at Texas.